Story time on how I got nasty with my older sister's boyfriend while she was sleeping. Okay, so boom, let's jump right into it. So I have an older sister who's 18 and I'm 16. Her boyfriend, George, let's call him George because that's his name. Well, George is 20. He is very attractive. I'm talking fine. Every time he comes over, we flirt with our eyes and whenever my sister leaves the room. And my relationship with my sister isn't bad at all. She's older than me, so she brings me places, gets me food, and helps me out with homework. You know, normal sister duties. So I don't have anything against her, but her man is just so fine. I just really don't care about my sister's feelings whatsoever, like at all. So after our flirting became constant between us, things got real. My sister and her boyfriend were spending the night together, but George, the boyfriend, waited for my sister to fall asleep. And when she fell asleep, things got real. Like for part 2 on how I got nasty with my older sister's boyfriend while she was sleeping. Okay, so boom, like I said, George, the boyfriend, waited for my sister to fall asleep. And once she fell asleep, he came over to my room and yeah, we did the nasty. Like literally with my sister in the room next door, we literally slept together. When we were done, he went back to my sister's room and she never found out. 2 months later, they broke up because he cheated with someone else and we never seen him again. And 6 years later, my sister still doesn't know what I did. Should I tell her?
Am I wrong for leaving my husband after I found out that he had cancer? So my husband and I had been married for about 10 years before we started becoming distant. A little while after, he actually cheated on me with one of my close friends. After that, nothing was ever the same between me and him. Now don't get me wrong, I still loved him, but things could never go back to the way they used to be. Eventually, he fell sick, started losing a lot of weight, having trouble breathing, getting random rashes on his skin. So we both agreed that he should go to the hospital to get checked. So he went to the hospital and had to wait a few days to get the results. A few days had passed, so he went back to the hospital to get his results. When he came back home, I asked him what his results were. He said everything was fine, there was nothing to worry about. Then he put his keys on the counter and hopped into the shower. A couple days before, I had lost my credit card. I looked everywhere for it, couldn't find it, but the only place I didn't look was my husband's car. So I grabbed his keys while he was in the shower and I went to his car to look for my credit card. I was thinking maybe it fell out of my wallet while I was sitting in one of the seats. While I was looking for the credit card, I found a folder from the hospital he just went to. When I looked inside the folder, there was his test result. It was a biopsy test that confirmed he had cancer. So I went back inside to confront him for lying to me. Come back for part 2. This is part 2 of the story of me leaving my husband after I found out that he had cancer. So after I found the positive test results in his car that confirmed he had cancer, I went back inside to confront him for lying to me. I was sitting down waiting for him to get out of the shower. But then I kind of decided that I didn't want to confront him. Our marriage was already going downhill and I was already having thoughts about leaving him anyway. I mean, he did cheat on me with my close friend. I know this might make me sound like a terrible person, but I didn't want to be there for him. I didn't want to be his main support system mentally or physically. And cancer is a lot to deal with. I didn't want to be in and out of the hospital, spending multiple days there, sleeping there, paying all of the bills myself. It would be too much for me. So I decided I was going to pack my things and leave without telling him when or why. And I mean, he didn't know that I knew he had cancer, so he wouldn't think that I was leaving him because of that. So I knew I needed to leave before he decided to tell me he had cancer, so it didn't look like I left him because of that. So the next day, he went to work, and then I went to work. As in packing all my stuff, and then I left. Afterwards, he kept begging me to come back, so I blocked him, and I haven't talked to him since.
Y'all, I'm literally in shock right now. I am so mad. My dad has been lying to me my entire life. Yeah, and if you're listening through the cameras, I caught you. So basically, my entire life, I have been taking showers, doing absolutely everything in this bathroom. And you know, there's nothing wrong with this bathroom. It's just a small, basic bathroom. And you know, I was fine with that. But throughout the course of my life, I've asked my dad multiple times if I could take a shower in his bathroom or if I could just use his bathroom. Like, you know, just like, can I? Like, simple question. He'd always say, no, Kayla, there's nothing special to my bathroom. It's just a normal bathroom like yours. He's a liar. He's a liar. I'm home alone right now. I finally got bold enough to go into his room, see what's up in the bathroom. Let me show you guys what the average bathroom to him looks like. Literally just walking in here makes me so mad. Not one sink. 2 sinks! So why couldn't I brush my teeth in here? You have 2 sinks. Oh, okay. Oh my god, it just gets way better. Oh, you have this? You have this? Now this is where I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm getting a headache from how angry I am, like just thinking about, just looking at this right now. This man, first off, look at the shower. Oh wow, that's not even the best part. There's an on and off switch, okay? For what, you may be wondering? This man has a sauna. A sauna in his bathroom. And I never knew. I haven't taken a sauna my entire life. And there's one in my house and I didn't know about this. There's not one, but 2 shower heads. You can have cold and hot water on you at the same time. I mean, I'm getting a headache. I'm so flustered. There's a sauna in my house and I didn't know. This is what the average bathroom is. So I think I know how I'm spending my Tuesday afternoon. I'm about to go take a sauna. He's lied to me my entire life. I hope you're listening through the cameras. Yeah, you're a good liar!
Story time about how my best friend waxed off my eyebrow in my sleep, so I cut her hair. So a little background information. I was 14 and in 8th grade, and my best friends and I were having a sleepover. And right before we had went to sleep, we were all talking about this one TikTok trend that was going around. It's like this trend where girls would go and put wax on their boyfriends while they were sleeping and then take it off. Well, I didn't think anything of it, so that night I went to sleep. I should have knew this was gonna happen because I'm always the butt of the joke whenever it comes to our friend group. Like, I'm always the one getting picked on. Like, there was this one thing that my friend Ashley saw online. It was like, if you put white nail polish on your teeth, it would make your teeth whiter. So who did they decide to try it out on? Yup, me. And yes, I could have said no, but these were my best friends. I didn't think that they would intentionally hurt me. Anyway, so like I said, I go to sleep and all of a sudden I wake up in the middle of the night to something very, very, very hot on my face. I open my eyes and all of my friends are standing above me with their flashlights on. Like for part 2. Part 2 about how my best friend waxed off my eyebrow while I was asleep, so I cut her hair. So like I said, went to sleep, didn't think anything was gonna happen, and then I wake up and all of them are standing above me with their flashlights on. And then I realized that Ashley has a stick in her hand. Once I realized that there was wax on the other end of the stick, I started screaming. So then Kelsey decides to cover my mouth. She's like, shh, it's not that bad, I promise, like, don't worry. I get up real quick, I run to the bathroom, and there's like this pink transparent wax on my eyebrow. It was about 3 a.m. and we're all sitting there trying to find ways to get this wax off of my fucking eyebrow. Well, then Amber goes, I'm tired of this, grabs it and rips it off my forehead. So I'm crying at this point. Like, I'm in 8th grade, I'm about to have my glow up, and y'all gotta ruin it with taking my eyebrow off. So nobody went to sleep for the rest of the night because they thought that I was gonna do something to them. So I acted all cool. I was like, no, it's fine, I can just draw it on. When in reality, I was going to cut this bitch's hair. Like for part 3. Part 3 about how my best friend waxed off my eyebrow in my sleep, so I cut her hair. So like I said, nobody went to sleep for the rest of the night. I acted like it was okay because I was plotting in my head that I was gonna cut one of their fucking ponytails off. So I go over to their house next week, and every single day that week they were telling me how good my drawn on eyebrow looked. It didn't actually look good, and none of my hairs were growing back. So around 12 o'clock, all of us are ready to go to bed. I'm laying down pretending that I'm sleeping, and they think I'm sleeping, so they're over there talking shit about me on her bed, Ashley's bed. I wasn't sure which one's eyebrow I should rip off because the one ripped off my eyebrow, but then the other one put the wax on my eyebrow. They were like, she's sleeping. I don't think she's gonna do anything. She doesn't even have the balls to do anything. So around 4 in the morning, everybody is dead asleep. I get up, and Ashley had her hair in a ponytail. So that was easy enough. I grabbed a pair of scissors out of my book bag, and I cut her hair off.
I, 22 female, boyfriend, 23 male, is a professional athlete. The season has started, and already the gossip is going. My man and I have been together for about a year or so, and last spring he got drafted to a major team. Of course I'm happy and excited for him, but he's on the road a lot since then, and I feel like our relationship is becoming strained, and he's become distant, but he always chalks it up to the stress and wanting to make an impression on his team and the tough schedule he has. I could accept that, and he came home a lot when he could to spend time with me and his fam and brought beautiful gifts. I couldn't make it to his first game, but I made sure to watch it and tell him how proud I was of him, and he made sure to tell me how lucky he was to have me. This morning, I went on a forum that often talks about athletes and the tea, aka the dirt on their personal lives, and it mentioned that my man has been talking to groupies and was seen hanging out and leaving the club with a bunch of them, along with some of his boys that are on the team. I'm freaking the fuck out. I sent him a text to call me ASAP. My friends and everyone is telling me that he's an athlete now and, quote, shit happens, and that what happens on the road should stay on the road. I love him, but I don't know what I should believe. Has anyone ever dated a pro before? What am I getting myself into? Is it possible this shit is just lies, or should I grill him?
Stress is every man's side chick.
Am I the asshole for being pissed off at my girlfriend for licking all the Oreos? This is so stupid. We mostly get along great, but this one issue is driving me fucking crazy. Yesterday, I went to get myself a couple of Oreos and I noticed that they looked like they were taken apart and put back together. The cream was smeared / gone from a couple. My girlfriend confirmed that she licked every single one of them and put them back in the box. She kept saying, eat your chocolate chips. But that's not the point. It's not hygienic having licked food just laying around the house like that. It's just gross. Today, she's doubling down. When the groceries came, she opened the chips in front of me, licked one of them all over, like just slobbered all over it, then put it back in the bag and shook it up. Now I can't eat any of them because I don't know which ones have spit on them. Girlfriend says I'm the asshole for not letting this go, but I can't. It's so gross.
That's bizarre.
Why are we putting them back? Because, like, oh, maybe someone else wants the rest?